We finally have our first God mode glitch that's been discovered for Modern Warfare Zombies. This is so useful for tier 3 and the boss fight and going up against megas. Right here, this mega abomination cannot do anything to me, and the zombies can't either. Now, this is 100% God mode in most situations. There are some that it doesn't work in, and I'll show you guys all of that. Right here, I'm in God mode in the Red Worm boss fight solo. I am right up against the worm, and he's not able to really do a whole lot to me, and I am surrounded by zombies right now. You really can't see it, but I've got mimics and all kinds of crap behind me that's not doing any damage. This glitch is really easy to do, and shout out to B-Man. I'm not sure if he's the founder, but I saw this on his channel and I tried it out, and it is amazing. This is so good for just leveling up, getting your camos, your XP. Like, yeah, this is the way to do this. The only thing you need for this is a juggernaut, and you just throw down a juggernaut and then get ready to go prone next to it. Once you're prone next to it and you have the interact button to hold to equip the juggernaut, all you do is hold to equip the juggernaut and then sprint forward right after that. So you're doing those two actions at the same time. You are equipping the juggernaut and then also sprinting forward. I'll show you in real time here. So hold to equip and then sprint forward. If you do it correctly, then you're going to be on the ground like this. Like, to other people, you look normal, but to you, you look like you were halfway in the ground. This timing here is not tricky at all. You're going to probably get this the first time. Now all you do is let the juggernaut run out, and when you do, it's going to look like you're still in the ground. And to pull yourself out of the ground and to fix it, all you have to do is do a dolphin dive right there, and it will put you back to where you look normal. Now you're in this mode where you can turn on and turn off the God mode. To turn it on, all you have to do is dolphin dive, and if it's working correctly, then it's going to look like you just jumped forward and didn't go all the way to the ground. Your movement will also be very slow, and it's going to look like you're crawling, and to come out of it, you just sprint forward, and then to go back into it, just dolphin dive again, and right now I'm back into God mode. One thing that was suggested that makes this easier, and it definitely does, is to change one of your settings. Go into gameplay, and then go into slide dive behavior. If you have dive only on, it's going to make it a lot easier to turn this God mode on. Now, there are things that can remove this ability to turn God mode on and off if you get downed, which you can. There are things that can kill you if you teleport or jump from a high place and parachute. For example, I was in the boss fight and the worm did come up underneath the ground and throw me into the sky, which forced me to do my parachute. And when I came back down to the ground, I tried to turn God mode back on. I did the dolphin dive, but this time I landed flat on the ground and it looked normal. That means I no longer have God mode, and I've got to get another juggernaut and redo the glitch. Now I'll show you guys what you can and can't do with this God mode glitch. One of the best things you can do with it is the Outlast contracts to level up, get your camos. This is awesome. There's not much to know here. Just make sure you're watching that progress bar and make sure it's not completely filling so you can keep those zombies coming in. And this location here is so good for one of the Outlast contracts. I just go to the roof right here. There's a pretty steady stream of zombies coming down off that roof, and shout out to Tag935. He's the one that found this spot. Now I would recommend tier 1 Outlast contracts because the higher tiers bring in those elite bosses, and those can definitely hurt you. I'll show you everything that can hurt you in just a moment, but first I want to show you something that can happen in these Outlast contracts. The zombies can get stuck and they'll start throwing meat at you. The meat can hurt you, so that's one thing that can. And when they start throwing meat at you, just refill your armor or pretend like you're refilling it. Just hit the button that refills it even if it's full, and the zombies will stop throwing meat. You can see they stopped there and then they just started running at me. So if you're in a location where you're like, where are the zombies? They could be stuck somewhere like throwing meat, but you don't see them, so just start hitting that refill armor button. But yeah, any melee attack from enemies cannot hurt you. You are 100% God mode. Like, the dogs can do nothing to you. Any other attack will definitely injure you, like the the Mega's lasers, those will mess you up. The way to avoid this is just get right up underneath the Mega. It will just stand there and try to charge you, but it cannot hit you with the lasers. The Stormcaller is a problem. This guy will laser suck you to death, so be aware of that and avoid that. And the last thing that you are not invincible to, which is unfortunate, are bullets from the AI. I was really hoping that this would put you in God mode for these guys, because going into the Legacy Fortress would have been so fun, just to go in and just wreck everything in God mode. I haven't tried it yet, but I would guess that if you want to try this God mode in the Dark Ether or the story missions, you're going to need to do it after you get there. What I've used this mostly for is to grind XP with the Outlast contracts, and then also going into tier 3 to hit the buy station. You can just be in God mode and go to that buy station and get whatever you need. Typically that's a hot spot where zombies will absolutely jump you right there, so this is a way to protect yourself. But I hope this helped you guys out. I hope you get to use it before it's patched, and we'll see you next video.